Alexander and the terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. I'm Alexander, and I'm going to tell you that I went to sleep last night and I was chewing gum, and when I woke up in the morning, there was gum all stuck in my hair. And so I got out of the bed to go in the sink, to go wash it, and then you know what? I tripped on my skateboard, and then I dropped my sweater in the sink with the water running, and I knew, and I could tell, it was going to be a very horrible, no good, very bad day. Whoa. So next, I went to the kitchen, and at breakfast, Anthony found a Corvette Stingray car kit in his breakfast cereal box. And then Nick found a junior undercover agent code ring in his breakfast cereal box. But you know what was in my breakfast cereal box? I found... Can you believe what I found? Guess what I found when they had all those good things? I didn't find anything in my cereal box. So I think I'll move to Australia. Yeah, Australia. So I got in the carpool with Mrs. Gibson, and they let Becky have a seat by the window. Aubrey and Elliot got seats by the window too. And I was being scrunched, and I was being smushed, and I was in the middle. And I said, if I don't get a car seat by the window, I'm going to be car sick. No one even answered me. Can you believe it? So I could tell it was going to be a very terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Smush, smush, squish, squish. So at school, Mrs. Pickens liked Paul's picture of his sailboat better than my picture of the invisible castle. I thought I did a good job of my invisible cool castle. You have to have a secret code to get in. And then at singing time, she said, I sang too loud. At counting time, she said I left out 16. Who needs 16 anyway? That's for 16 candles. I could tell it's going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Pooey, hooey. I could tell because Paul said I wasn't his best friend anymore. I'm not his BFF. He said that Philip Parker was his best friend and that Albert Moyo was his next best friend and that I was only his third best friend. Number 3. Well, I hope you sit on a tack, I said to Paul. I hope the next time you get a double-decker strawberry ice cream cone, the ice cream falls apart off the cone and lands in Australia. Pooey, hooey. So there's 2 cupcakes in Philip Parker's lunch bag, and Albert got a Hershey bar with almonds, and Paul's mother gave him a piece of jelly roll that had a little coconut sprinkles on the top. So guess whose mother forgot to put in the dessert? Just guess. Guess what was in my lunchbox? Just guess. Oh, no dessert. Yeah. Gee, thanks. I know. It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Pooey. So then, you know what? I went home, and then that's because after school, my mom took us to the dentist, and Mr. Fields found a cavity just in me. I had a cavity. And he said, come back next week, and I'll fix it, said Mr. Fields. Next week, I said, I'm going to Australia. And on the way downstairs, the elevator door closed on my foot. And while we were waiting for my mom to get the car, Anthony made fun of me of my foot. And I'm like, ow, my foot. Ow, ow, ow. Oh, it hurts. Ooey, ooey, ooey. You know, you gotta watch your feet in those elevators. Oh. So while I was punching Nick for saying crybaby, my mom came back with the car and scolded me for being muddy and fighting. I didn't start it. He started it. I was having a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. I told everybody. No one even answered me. Nobody even heard me. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. So I sat there, hump in a hump mood. I was very hump, fooey. I'm just gonna sit there. So then we went to the shoe store to buy some sneakers. Anthony chose white ones with blue stripes. Nick chose red ones with white stripes. I chose blue ones with red stripes, but then the shoeman said, well, guess what, mister? We're all sold out. They're sold out of the shoe that I want. Oh, this is not good. So then we went to pick up my dad at his office, and he said I couldn't play with his copywriting machine, but I forgot. He also said to just be good and sit still in his office while he was working. So we were just sitting there, but it's kind of boring to just sit there. So I was just like, la 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 la. Oops! I knocked over his coffee all over his papers on his desk. Oh. So then we went home and we're eating dinner, and my mom made a dinner, and there were lima beans for dinner, and I hate lima beans. There was kissing on TV, and it's all smushy gooey. I hate kissing. So I went and took a bath, and taking a bath, my bathtub was too hot. I got soap in my eyes. My marble went down the drain, and I had to wear my railroad train pajamas. When I went to bed, Nick took the pillow he said I could keep, and the Mickey Mouse nightlight burned out, and I bit my tongue. And the cat wants to sleep with Anthony and not me. It has been a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. My mom says some days are like that. So I'm sleeping in my bunk bed. And I'm sleeping and I'm rocking and turning because my mattress isn't very comfortable. I need a new one because it's like super soft. So I was like, well, maybe I'll go to Australia in my dream. What's Australia like? I think they got kangaroos. So anyhow, the end.